All right, who's horned up? I know I am.
I am definitely horned up.
Horned up Wednesday, baby. Here we go.
I've ever been this horned up before.
I bet you have.
Maybe
Actually,
not.
you probably haven't. It's a lot to talk about. Combine. We'll give her a little bit, see if anybody hops on. But we got plenty to talk about tonight.
There are some things. Maybe we'll talk about Kevin O'Connell's hair at his combine interview. A lot of comments about that on Twitter today.
Well, I'm sure we'll dive balls deep into that.
Wow, I hope so.
Grab yourself a brewski. Let's see anybody in the house. Let's see some comments.
I don't know. I think it's just me and you tonight.
Oh, it'll be a nice intimate session. I can't wait. We're still going to talk Vikings, even if it is just you and I.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to stop. We're horned up. Nothing can stop us now. Tim Voss is here.
Boss man, Jelly Monster, Ed Guy rocks.
He does rock.
Of course. You know, it doesn't surprise me one bit that he listens to Whitesnake. I would 100% expect that.
Maybe we'll do a video. I'll be climbing on that car like Tony Katane.
David McHenry here. He's probably the guy in class that would say present.
Oh, my God.
Nothing worse taking attendance and the guy who says present.
Art Vandalay in the house. Matamida, of course, is here. Would miss it for the world. I hope you ate your veggies before you came on the show, Matamida.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like he maybe didn't eat the rest of his broccoli.
Helmstead in the house.
Helmstead. Is that real? That's not him, is it?
David McHenry from Seattle.
Ooh. Viking fan out in Seattle. Skoladdle.
SSM Creation just says freaking nuts. Nuts, man.
What else would you say? And yes, Ed Guy rocks. Tawny was hot.
I believe she might not be with us anymore.
She's not. She's dancing in cars in heaven with Jesus and Tupac.
This is for Tawny, however say it. Sways Craze, as always. Good to see. Good to see. Oh my God. It's quite the picture.
The hell is going on there?
I think that's Nick Nolte's face.
Nick Nolte looks like Nick Cage.
Or that's what I meant. Geez, Nick Nolte. What the hell is my problem?
Nick Nolte's face looks like your scrotum. Wow. I wouldn't have known Helmstead was that ripped by when he came on the show.
Seeker Hound. Hell of a grad pitcher. Good looker.
Yeah. Wouldn't mind that in my wallet. Guarantee you that.
All right. Well, we'll give her another minute here, but we're gonna talk combine. We're gonna talk some scenarios. David McHenry FTP file transfer protocol.
We are gonna play a couple games. I mean, honestly, this is probably the slowest week we're gonna have here for a while. Combine hasn't quite started yet. The coaching stuff is simmered down, but next week we'll have combine recap. We'll have free agency on the precipice. So a lot of stuff to talk about moving forward. Hopefully, in a couple weeks, we'll be talking about new Minnesota Vikings and some guys we have let go. Very excited about that. And obviously the draft is going to only get hotter from here on out.
Esper, very excited. Julian Marker in the house.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for Trevor, what's up? My man.
Hell yeah, Trevor.
Creations putting out a teaser. What do you do for Kyle Hamilton? I saw a mock draft where and it was somebody good. Had him going 15.
What? If we passed on Kyle Hamilton, I'd rip my dick off.
And the worst part was, I believe we passed on him for George Karlaftis.
That is damn ridiculous.
Michael Blackie in the house.
But I do think SSM Creations and Dirk Diggler, they need to get together, and Dirk needs to know what SSM Creations would do for Kyle Hamilton.
Helmstead wants to get back on that Patreon, baby. Now we're talking.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Cancel. They probably got flagged when you signed up for us.
We should just have a Patreon section of pics of Helmstead with his shirt off.
You know what? We should do draft gifts this year. And one of them should be a picture of Helmstead autographed.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a great one. I don't know, maybe he just has a weight, maybe a really tactfully placed weight over his crotch area.
No, nothing over that.
But he's got great penis lines.
All right. Anyways, there's the link. Anybody who wants to sign up for the Patreon, we're going to be giving away our swag tomorrow. It's time. February's over. Short month.
Oh yeah, it is. Damn. Did the groundhog see his shadow? I don't even know.
Who cares?
Bet you Dirk Diggler's got a few groundhogs in a cage in his bedroom.
Tim Voss is volunteering pictures of him topless. Well, before we get into, I mean, let's talk. We did an episode on this earlier. Art Vanderlei, that'd be Chris Carter. Kyle Rudolph. Kyle Rudolph is a free agent, so of course we did a video. Could he possibly come home? So we just got to talk about it for a minute.
Yeah, I want him to come home eventually. I want him to come home when he signs a one-day contract, retires a Viking. I love what he did for the organization, what he did for the city. I loved, his role on the team. But the guy, he's just lost it. He's 32 years old. We don't need him on this team right now. So, yes, he can come back, sign a one-day contract, retire Viking. But no, I don't want him on the field.
Yeah, and Kyle Rudolph is real. I mean, he was right on the cusp probably of like even Ring of Honor. Being here so long, did so much for the community, put up the stats. But Steve Jordan just got in, and Steve Jordan had better stats than him. So I don't think he's going to get there.
I just noticed Dirk's fixed you.
Thank you. Yeah.
We figured out why there's no hair there. That's the side you sleep on, correct?
You know what? It might be. I sleep on this side every night. Maybe it rubs itself out, just like Lupagus on a Saturday morning crying.
Why would I be crying? It was a great morning.
So yeah, Kyle Rudolph, free agent. I can't see any way in hell. I bet Lupagus is both of his nuts.
Yeah, so not coming for here. Wager.
Yeah. They're useless anyways, just like Kyle Rudolph in this offense.
Never barter another man's nuts. It's in the Bible.
All right, there's our Kyle Rudolph talk.
Does anybody want him? I mean, seriously, does anybody want Kyle Rudolph to come back? I didn't see that.
I saw on her video. I honestly saw a couple comments where like, yeah, bring him home. Yeah, he's a good red zone target. That's great. Uninterested. Zach Davidson's like 9'8". Put him in the red zone.
Yeah, Zach Davidson, he cannot catch.
He had the bit of the shanks. He'll be fine.
I don't think we're gonna ever see Zach Davidson play in a meaningful game for the Minnesota.
Wow, that seems like a hell of a wager. I bet Zach Davidson will make the 53.
I will bet your nuts on it.
Well, I'm done. Patrick Swayze wants him back. Gordon Ramsay looking in as well. There's a lot of stuff going on in that picture.
I can't even. Yeah, I don't remember seeing Mickey Mouse there before.
Oh, he was there.
All right. Should we hop into our agenda here or what?
Let's do it. Let's talk Vikings. Let's see some comments hot and heavy tonight.
Yeah, let's start with Kwesi. He's been getting a lot of pub here. He's been having some interviews at the Combine. So the question is, what do you guys predict, or what do we predict is going to be Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah's first real roster move? Yes, he's hired a coach. Yes, he's done this, but first move when it comes to this roster.
Let's get creative here. Creative but realistic. What will be yet to make a move? A lot of options here. A lot of options.
Me and Swayze Cray is on the same page. Tonight making the practice squad.
Hasn't had a fair shake yet.
We got one.
Didn't CJ Ham. It's funny. In Kevin O'Connell's press conference today, he was talking about the offense. He actually named CJ Ham by name. I mean, I figured CJ Ham was just a matter of time before he's gone. He's talking CJ Ham.
Well, this is what worries me. They've mentioned pretty much everybody by name. So according to Kevin O'Connell and Kwesi, we're keeping everybody. So I don't know where this is going to happen.
Cam's first move, trade Dalvin Cook. Give Hunter, speaking of mentioning people by their name, he's mentioned Daniil Hunter as a beautiful piece of being outside linebacker.
I don't know who he hasn't mentioned. Oliudo?
I don't think I've heard him talk about Adam Thielen.
Yeah, he did. I think O'Connell did today when he was talking to the dude with the big ears.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, he's on NFL Network. His ears are like this.
I do know that is. Buying Dan Chisena, some Viagra, and then cutting him.
Just running around and rock hard all the time.
Sign JJ. Game changer. How many outlandish comments you guys think you'll hit? A lot.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be plenty.
There it is. That guy Rocks came through.
Yeah, Andrew Siciliano. There he is.
Michael Blackie signed Jones. Who Jones? Chandler Jones?
I don't know. It's not very specific. A lot of Joneses out there.
I got mine.
Yeah, well, mine's not. I mean, mine's. Mine's not super creative, but why don't you go ahead first?
Hold on. We're going to wait for one more. Restructure everyone. It's a team effort. You know what, DB? I like that. I like it a lot.
I'm going to give that dog a little scratch.
Brett Bush Jones. He's talking about
Yes!
Bush Jones.
Bush Jones.
I think his first roster move will be re-upping with Patrick Peterson. 2-year deal. Our secondary blows. We're going to be bringing in some young guys. Patrick Peterson saying the right things, wanting to be in a Viking. They're saying, I mean, it seems like there's some mutual love there. So I don't care if he's old. I know he's not the Patrick Peterson of years past. And they're going to bring him back at what they should, at a very nice price. But SSM Creations, that was my second one.
Bring back Barr. Yeah, we're going to bring back everybody. I actually think that he's going to release somebody, and it's going to be it's going to be a beloved player, a player with deep Minnesota roots. And it's gonna send shockwaves through the Vikings fan community, but it's gonna happen. It has to happen. He's gonna cut either Adam Thielen or Harrison Smith.
It's not specific enough.
Well, it is what it is. I couldn't decide on one of the two.
I should have said he's gonna sign somebody.
I just said he's gonna cut one of these guys who are very beloved, whether it's Thielen or Smith.
Let's get a ruling here in the comments. That doesn't sound very specific.
This wasn't like something that was gonna be judged.
We said what will be his first move. Not what might
one
be,
of those guys.
What might be some of his moves.
He's gonna make one of those moves. It's gonna cut
lame.
one of those guys.
That's lame.
I couldn't decide, and it kind of ties into something later, so I didn't want to commit to something. There's a reason I'm being a little vague here.
Dirk Diggler and I are on the same page.
I want to slap Dirk Diggler right across his cheeks, butt cheeks.
Trade Kirk, signed Teddy. Trevor, Yeah, everybody wants to slap you in the mouth right now.
That was Dirk who's wanted to slap me.
SSM Creations does too.
He doesn't. He's talking to Patrick.
All right, let's do a little who'd you do. I wish we had Tim Voss with a nice voiceover and say, who'd you do?
I was thinking the same thing. We need to create a little segment, get some production value on this show on Horned Up here. But yes, who'd you do? Tim Voss favorite. Maybe we should just have guys on the Patreon and just play who'd you do.
Bob Swede has clearly been into the Voodoo Ranger.
Heavy. All right, so these who would you do's are all based on a scenario first, and then he did it. I could hear it. So the first scenario,
said it when he wrote it, guaranteed.
All right, so the first scenario is this: who'd you do? Kirk Cousins is traded. Now you have the option: Kellen Mond, or you went out and you signed Teddy Bridgewater. Who do you want to be the Vikings starting quarterback? Who'd you do, Mond or Bridgewater? Jesus, look at Matamidai.
So basically, the scenarios are: we traded Kirk Cousins is no longer. Our only options are we could play Kellen Mond or go out and sign Teddy Bridgewater. Is what you're saying?
We already signed Teddy. He's here. Who's going to start?
Oh, God, yuck! I don't want to do any of that.
Mm-hmm.
Mond. If they were to sign Teddy Bridgewater, I would lose 100% faith in this new regime probably immediately.
You got one. Sean Anderson's and Trevor. We got two Teddies.
Hey, everybody loves Teddy. Nobody's going to not love Teddy. But if they brought him back, they're clearly, he must come back for free, I guess. Can't see paying money for him.
Oh, they're going to pay money for him. I think when it comes for a stopgap guy, you could do worse than Teddy Bridgewater. I would want it to be under the premise that Mond would have to beat him out. I think you could bring Teddy in; he would be the starter. But if Mond was obviously better, then you go that route, and you probably end up going that route by week 6 anyway. So I think Mond, it would be his job eventually, though. Bridgewater definitely would get the chance to start, and probably would be the starter out of the gate.
Sounds like a Donovan McNabb type of situation. Bring him in, and he's there for 4 weeks, and all of a sudden Christian Ponder's out there. Yuck.
Yeah, that wasn't great. But that was scenario 1. It looks like Mond.
I haven't given. So I thought the scenario was either we go with Teddy, or we say screw it and Kellen Mond is our quarterback. And I would go in either scenario. I'm going Kellen Mond. I mean, what's the point of bringing Teddy in as a stopgap? We're clearly not going anywhere with Teddy. I think we can both agree on that. It's just they're not going to go anywhere with him. Why not go anywhere with somebody and at least see what we have in a draft pick?
Well, here's the thing. I think you could actually win the division with Teddy if Aaron Rodgers leaves, goes somewhere else, and you have you're making him sound like he's this completely
We don't want to win the division.
Well,
we want to win the Super Bowl.
But this is what the coaches are going to want to do. They're going to want to win. They're not going to.
They're not going to want Teddy Bridgewater. I guarantee it.
I'm just saying you can win with him. You can be competitive. Yeah, he's going to miss his share of throws, but he also is going to make enough plays to win ball games. So I think you could actually win the North with Teddy Bridgewater. So I think you're not getting.
Well, if Aaron Rodgers is gone, you could win the North with Kellen Mond.
Maybe, unless Kellen Mond just Zimmer was onto something there.
Well, when it comes to Kellen Mond and when it comes to Teddy, neither of those guys are going to win the game. It's going to be what the rest of the team is. So that's why I think it's irrelevant who the quarterback
maybe
is.
It comes down to who's going to not lose you the game.
At least find out who you got your quarterback. I don't want to win the North. I want to win the Super Bowl. I want to get drunk enough to piss my pants for like 3 days.
Oh my God, I'd shit my pants too. All right, let's go to scenario.
You're absolutely correct. Multiple chances. He doesn't bring anybody anywhere.
Yeah, he's been on some pretty bad teams too. But I'm not saying I want Teddy Bridgewater here. I'm just saying I think you could actually, with what weapons we have, you could win the division with Teddy Bridgewater. And I think one bar just froze again. Must be windy out.
It's me.
I hear him. I don't see him moving yet. There you go. Oh my God, you look like Max Headroom.
I got the internet from 1983.
All right, scenario number 2.
Who'd you do?
Who'd you do? We got a wet dream scenario. Pick 12 on the board is Sauce Gardner or Kayvon Thibodeau. Who'd you do? Who'd you do?
All right, so scenario. Okay. Wet dream scenario?
Wet dream. Like, oh my God. Look who's on the board right here. That's still a thing?
Shit. One bar's got the McDonald's Wi-Fi. I'm connected to McDonald's. Damn near.
It's not that far away.
Where somebody said something extremely rude. Dirk Diggler. I froze on my bad side. Gross. All right, so wet dream scenario.
Yeah.
We get our number 1 cornerback in Sauce Gardner, or we get a guy that is, for some reason, every year we see this guy is falling down the boards, Thibodeau, who is a top 5 pick, but some people are falling out of love with him because of his work ethic and don't think he's focused, which is a bunch of BS. But that's our scenario, and it is a wet dream scenario. I love both of them. Everybody does. A lot of sauces.
Yeah. I was going back and forth with this one all day, wrestling with it. Really wrestling with it.
Helmstead can't believe thinks we're a bunch of idiots. I haven't said mine yet, but
I haven't said mine yet either. But it's a lot of sauces.
We do a lot more sauces than I thought.
You haven't seen this much sauce since last time I was at B-Dubs.
I haven't seen this much sauce since the movie I watched at lunch today on my phone.
What was it? The saucing?
No, it was very dirty. It was a dirty film. Voss's pants are just absolutely drenched.
Yeah, who you do?
This is a tough one. I'm gonna when we're ready. I'm gonna go first though.
Oh, okay, cool. Billy Bats just got here.
Billy Bats, about time. Must have been looking for a shoebox or shine box.
Yeah.
SSM Creations just made me sauce in my pants with that comment.
Yep.
Jelly, I don't think. I see. I'm not buying into the sliding. He might not be in a top 3 guy, but he ain't.
You a little itch there or what?
Me?
Well, you giving her a couple good scratches.
I grabbed my phone.
Oh, I think you're just going to town mid-show. We're horned up.
Aaron Hunt in the house.
Hello, Aaron.
Always looking good.
Too bad our greeter's not here. He could have greeted Helmstead back to the Patreon.
I don't know. I didn't confirm that Helmstead is back, but I believe him. All right. So the scenario is dream scenario. We have our pick at Sauce Gardner or Thibodeau at pick 12. Who would we take just for some late arrivals here? I'm gonna have to get a beer here. I'm out.
You're starting to shake.
Oh, that time I actually was itching my leg.
Oh.
All right. We got New York Giants talk. He was in our YouTube mock draft. Loved his picks. Loved his
passion.
foul mouth. It was welcome. Love it. And I think everybody was a little upset to see Patterson leave, but it was time. It was time.
Yeah, there was literally 3 coaches I think we wanted retained. Patterson was on the list for sure. Great coach. What he's done with some of these young pass rushers has been pretty damn impressive. You guys got yourselves a great one. And the Giants got a hell of a coaching staff from top to bottom. A lot of big names there. So Giants, if I'm a fan, I'm pretty excited with the staff.
Hopefully Patterson can maybe teach a few things about playing quarterback for the Giants.
Hey, Kyle Real said Daniel Jones is the most talented quarterback he's ever played with.
Yeah, well, now he's no longer on the team. Speaking of Kyle always comes.
Hey, Kyle, money. You're gonna need it. You're gonna need it.
He's donating to my shitty internet. That guy rocks. Back to back. Holy shit.
Oh my God. You're gonna get Netgear 2.0 pretty soon.
Nah.
All right. Well, who you want?
Appreciate that, fellas. Let's do it. I lied. You go first. Dream scenario. If they're there, are we taking Sauce or are we taking Thibodeau? Who are we taking?
Again, I wrestled with this one all day long, but eventually I came to the decision that a good and elite pass rush can make up for bad cornerback play. If the quarterback has no time to throw the football, it doesn't matter who's playing corner. So you go Kayvon Thibodeau, pair him with Daniel Hunter, just like SSM Creation said. And oh my God, there's Sauce here. It's just over my pants thinking about that.
Yeah, this is there really is no wrong answer here. I mean, it would be much easier if we were running a 4-3 still. I think Thibodeau is still, there's going to be less of a learning curve if he was just going to straight up be a defensive end. He's still going to be a fantastic edge rusher in a 3-4, but I'm going Thibodeau. There's no reason in hell he should be there. No reason whatsoever. You go with a high risk, high reward, even if it's high risk. I don't think it's high risk. He's going to be good. Just a matter of how good he's going to be. And as much as we need a corner, as much as we need a Sauce Gardner, who gives a shit? You take Thibodeau, you don't think twice about it. Done. Bam.
Absolutely. Matamida, again, you're gonna have a really good internet here pretty soon, Wumbar.
Matamida, thank you, sir. Look at that guy.
Hell yeah. All right, what is the next scenario? And who do you do? Ooh, pick 12. It is the shit nightmare scenario. Oh my God. This couldn't be any worse. Vikings are on the clock. Pick 12. Best options on the board. Cornerback Trent McDuffie or edge rusher from Purdue, George Karlaftis. Who do you do? And
spoiler alert, this isn't shit your pants scenario here. This isn't bad. It's not horrible.
As far as like the players available?
Yeah.
No, I like them both. I have concerns with both, but I do like them both.
I think the shit worst case scenario is that a Thibodeau or a Sauce Gardner is on the board and they pull one of those crazy ass moves where all of a sudden you're taking a cornerback that's projected in round 2 or something just absolutely disgusting.
Which is the first time GM, we don't know what he's going to do.
Someone fairly prevalent put out today that in the first round in the top 15 picks, even with those cornerbacks, you go edge. Someone just said all the teams are saying you have to go edge this year over any of the cornerbacks. One bar's boy George.
Matt Jelly Monster with a great point when it comes to Karlaftis.
What? I missed
T-Rex arms.
Those T-Rex arms, short arms is dog shit. Didn't Aaron Donald have short arms?
I don't know. Yeah. He's inside. You want your edge rushers to have long arms.
I'm just saying, when you come to arm length, I mean, especially when it's down like a quarter of an inch, it's hilarious.
His whole build is different, but Pelissero. I don't know if that was an option. I don't know what the hell old McDonald's drinking up there.
You might have been the one that was talking edge. I don't know. Someone said it. Bucky Brooks. All right. I got to catch up with the times.
Not a big Bucky Brooks fan.
He always has weird mocks, but he's usually one of the more accurate ones.
I think he's the opposite. I think he tries to be different for the sake of being different.
That's what he used to say about Mike Mayock. He said that about everybody.
No, I think there's so many nowadays. You can't. Daniel's arms are the size of my legs.
Shit scenario. Who would you rather have, McDuffie or George Karlaftis? Fraser O'Brien wants George now.
A lot of Georges. There's a couple McDuffies. This one seems a little more split.
Michael Blackie. Internet,
Oh my
thank you.
God. Jesus, you're going to own the internet after the tonight.
Yeah, it's not going to be called internet anymore. It's called One Bar. Julian Marker wants George. Billy Batts wants George. A lot of Georges.
Yeah. All right.
Helmstead wants to know if Linderbaum's available. He butchered his name. Doesn't matter.
He's not. He's gone. He went 6 to the
Jesus,
Jets.
well, there must be somebody better than these two then.
There's not.
All right. Helmstead, he's trying to cheat. Can't do it.
Yeah, there's no cheating.
Real jabroni just fake us out there. Appreciate that. Thank you, jabroni.
I'm like, did he screw up? What's going on there? All right, come on, you go first on this one.
I know. I think this isn't a horrible scenario. I think it's probably a pretty realistic scenario, actually. And I'm going with the cornerback. With these guys, I know we need an edge rusher. I know their defense is going to revolve around if we can get to the quarterback. There's no doubt about it. But I think he's the safest pick out of the corners. I mean, Stingley is fantastic. Sauce is definitely going to be good, but everybody is just saying he's the safest pick. He's the real deal. He's going to be very good. His ceiling might not be as high, but he's going to be damn good. So I'm going with the cornerback, and I'm feeling good about it. Karlaftis, and the reason being, again, is just edge rushers, round 2. I think at the top of round 2, there's going to be a shit ton of them off the board. And when day 2 comes, we're going to be very excited because like, holy shit, there's like 10 awesome edge rushers still available. We're going to get one of these guys, and we're going to watch them just boom, 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 break our heart, but we're going to get one of them.
10 in a row?
Damn near, but we're going to get one of them. But yeah. I think they're going to go hot and heavy.
Yep. And I also went corner with Trent McDuffie, and same reason you did. It was just because you look at the top of round 2 when you're picking 12th in the second round, there's going to be more talent at edge rusher than there's going to be at cornerback, unless there's some crazy ass run toward the end of the first round. I think you're going to see just a better option there than you're going to see at cornerback. So that's why I'm going Trent McDuffie in this scenario. I do like George Karlaftis. I am concerned about his arms. I am concerned about him getting off blocks in the NFL. But the kid, I mean, he's got fire. He goes hard every single play. He's got a great motor. So I do like him. If we end up with George Karlaftis, I wouldn't be overly upset. But I just think you're going to find someone almost damn near as good in round 2.
Yeah, George Karlaftis. I got to start getting my brain into the fact to really like him because definitely could be possible.
No, yeah, for sure.
It'd just be one of the picks where they take him and just like, all right, I'm not jumping around, but I'm not like pissed off by any means.
Yeah, and we'll talk about later, we get closer to draft picks that would piss us off. But let's go to another scenario. And who'd you do? Scenario number 4. One's got to go. And this is why I didn't want to commit to my thing earlier. Adam Thielen or Harrison Smith. The Vikings have to cut one. They're forced to cut one. Who'd you do? Who'd you cut?
Tim Voss wants to know, would you be on board with Willis at 12? No, absolutely not.
I would be. I'm going to wait till after the combine, but I would be. I'm pretty sure I would be. We had the same. I keep going back to Lamar Jackson, but it was the same situation when he was.
He's not Lamar Jackson. I'm sorry.
I'm not saying he is, but it's a very similar situation. Everybody was saying he's going to be a receiver, whatever. Well, I think last year we took Mike Hughes instead, and you just go back.
Nobody's saying Malik Willis is going to be a receiver, though.
But they're questioning how he can throw the ball. Is he going to be a quarterback who can read defenses? It's all this very, very similar situation. So I don't want to be passing on that quarterback again if that's the opportunity that he could be, and that's his ceiling. What are they saying? Harry,
Smith.
Thielen.
Harry, Hitman, Thielen, Harry.
I don't know if I decided on this one yet.
I have. It's pretty split here. A lot of Smiths. You're asking who would we get rid of or who would we keep?
Well, either way, we're going to know the answer. I mean, you can answer however you want to.
I'm trying to figure out the comments.
Oh, I guess it was to cut. Well, it's the one you have to cut.
Edgar Rocks says get rid of Smith. Easy. Hitman. Easy. Smith. Manamina, he's pissed off at you.
Oh, my God. He's horned down.
This one was actually, I mean, it hurt my heart a little bit, but it was pretty damn easy. Swam easy.
I keep going back and forth. I just did 3 times in my head.
Easy like a Sunday morning. Now this is simple. Not that it's right, but it's just easy. Why me?
Real jabroni. That's quite the spectrum on Malik Willis.
I guess I'd be more on board with Malik Willis if I knew he wasn't going to play at least for a year. I mean, if we were to bring him in day one, I mean that just sounds horrible.
Then you sign Teddy Bridgewater just like you want.
I don't know why you want. He's not even in the conversation.
Shit, I don't even know which way I've gone. I've gone back and forth so many times.
Well, this one's easy. I'm sorry. I'm getting rid of Thielen. This defense is going to be. I mean, it's going to be fairly gross. Maybe we make some moves in free agency. I like Danielle Hunter going out there on the edge rusher in the 3-4. But if we got Cam Bynum back there and Josh Metellus right now. I mean, who's our other safety? Woods is a free agent. Harrison Smith all day long. When we got guys like Jefferson, Irv Smith is going to be back healthy. We got Dalvin Cook in the backfield. We have some offensive weapons. KJ Osborne proved that he can be a player. I'm sure we'll add, if we were to get rid of Thielen, we're going to add another receiver. But Harrison Smith, even though he's on the downside of his career, I don't give a shit. He has to be in the secondary.
Yeah, I think I would also go Harrison Smith, and it's just because I feel better about KJ Osborne, Amir Smith-Marset, and you can draft. This is a pretty damn deep receiver class. There's going to be talent all throughout this thing, so you can get another guy in there. Though I do feel like Harrison Smith's play has fallen off. We're missing the big-time plays he used to make consistently. So, but yeah, without Harrison Smith in our secondary and no veteran corner, that back end of the defense would be quite horrifying next year. So I think you have to go with Harrison Smith, as much as it hurts to say that.
Hitman, Doggy, Venomous, and Taco Bell. Oh, man, you got to hit Taco John's.
Maybe he's getting a chalupa. He's down south, though. I don't think they have Taco John's down there.
Really?
I guess more of a northern thing, delicacy.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with taco.
I'm not a big taco guy. All right, we got one more. Who'd you do?
Hold on. I'm trying to catch up today. Willis was on PFT. Aaron Hunt, you're absolutely correct. We talk about Irv Smith every year about how excited we are, and he's done absolutely jack shit.
But we were talking Harrison Smith. Maybe I don't know if he was confused or.
No, I was talking Irv. Oh yeah, you're right. I don't know. You're probably right. They don't have Taco John's. I guess I don't know. I don't know my
regional
fast food Mexican restaurants.
You probably think we can get some Carl's Jr. up here.
We can't. Mafia has breaking news.
We have to go Hardee's. I think it's the same thing. Silk taco. I don't know. Let's do the last. Who would you do? This taco talk is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand. I got to reel this thing back in. The last. Who would you do? One's got to stay. You got to sign one of these guys. Patrick Peterson or Sheldon Richardson. One has to stay in Minnesota. Who would you do? God, we got to get that audio.
Who'd you do? You guys think about that? I gotta get a beer. I'm so thirsty.
Dirk Diggler's right. Hardee's and Carl's Jr. are the same thing. They have tacos. Pat P, Richardson. A lot of Pat P's. If only we had some kind of graphic, we keep like a running tally with some cool bars or something like that. That would be fantastic. Sheldon, not even close from Billy Bats. Not even a question. SM Creation. What was your answer? I didn't see it. Sheldon. I feel like Sheldon's making a late push here. Yeah. No one bar sits when he pees. I think he does. Hey, Dirk Diggler thinks you sit when you pee.
I have before. Sometimes you're just tired.
A lot of Patrick P's. I believe Richardson made a bit of a comeback, but I think Patrick P's taking this one.
Yeah, this was a tough one for me.
Yeah, I figured it would be, especially I know how much you love Sheldon Richardson.
Well, so far I got Harrison Smith come back, which is a big deal for the secondary.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly, this has a lot to do with who we draft, but I really love Sheldon Richardson in a 3-4.
Looks like Venomous has taken a late push after his Taco Bell. It might be an early push, depending on what you get.
Yeah, no, I as much as I like Sheldon Richardson, I got to go Patrick Peterson. Again, I already said it. He's not the Patrick Peterson of old, but he's still, I think it's fair to say that he's good. He's just good.
Yeah, I would also go
great. He's just fine.
I would go Patrick Peterson. I'm horrified what happens if we let him go and you're not getting a quality veteran in there, a leader. I think this guy really kind of bonded with the young players, so he can help out young Cameron Dantzler and a rookie. If we're going to bring a rookie in, so Patrick Peterson can be there to mentor him, almost a coach in the secondary. And at least for this year, I think I want that leadership on this team. So I would go Patrick Peterson, though, like you said, Sheldon Richardson moving around in 3-4 front. When we go to 4-3, I think he could be very dangerous and very effective. But I think you got to go Patrick Peterson.
I can tell you, I mean, Cam Dantzler, we keep bringing him up like he's just this young. This is a make or break year for Cam Dantzler. He needs to show up this year. No more of this. Yeah, he's still a young guy. He needs to show up and show that he can play because this year he sucked.
Well, I mean, the majority of the secondary did suck. He had very good moments his rookie year. I just feel like bringing in Bashad Breeland probably shattered his confidence, and I think Zimmer again got down on this guy, and I think it was a confidence thing. I'm curious to see how he does, but really look at the young corners. He is the top young corner on this team as of right now. Obviously, we're going to draft somebody, but I mean, that's where he is. That's who he is right now. Is he good? Not really, but there's still potential for him. There's still hope for him.
So the thought of Patrick Peterson coming back with a cheaper deal, keeping the hit man. We got Cam Dantzler. Chris Boyd is Chris Boyd, but then also getting a first-round corner or second-round corner gets me a little excited.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Sheldon is old as fuck.
Well, instead of the internet, we'll give this to Lupkus.
What do you want me to do?
Sheldon, they're all old. Their whole defense is old.
That is true.
Billy Batts is right. Perfect defensive end.
He would be fun to watch. All right, let's hop into the combine. I think it kicks off tomorrow with the backs or the quarterbacks and the tight ends. Who do we expect to do well? Who are excited to see? Let's talk a little combine.
Let's talk combine. Who are you excited to see? Even favorite combine moments. We did a video or yesterday about just some Chris Jones's hog falling out of his pants, guys biffing it. People have had horrible combine. Let's talk combine.
Well, and let's not forget. I mean, don't put too much stock into the combine. I think the days of the Vernon Golsons jumping up to top 6, the Mike Mamula days are over. What the combine is a separator. You got 5 guys at a position, very tightly ranked. You can use the combine to kind of maybe bump one ahead and kind of reorganize these guys. So that's what it's for. It's a tool in the whole process. Don't put too much stock into it, but don't overlook it either.
Oh, I'm going to put a ton of stock into it. I love watching these random guys come out of absolutely nowhere. And all of a sudden they're just like, oh, you got to draft this guy in round 2. Before he was a round 5 guy just because he had a great workout. I don't buy the hype, but I love the hype. I love seeing all the hype come in.
I feel like those days are kind of winding down a little bit. I don't think people do that as much as they used to. It was kind of the thing back earlier days of the combine. So I think teams have learned their lesson just from the Vernon Golsons of the world.
I don't know. The Raiders have not learned their lesson at all. There's some teams that have just refused to learn their lesson. Cowboys love them some combine warriors.
Yeah, and then there's been 7 new GMs, so could be some. Again, we're not sure who's gonna make the crazy picks this year. It could be us for all we know. The damn, the shit your pants moments. But the combine definitely is a huge part of the draft process.
Yeah, and I don't know who it was, Skull Mafia, whoever brought up Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder, dude, is getting love. I mean, tons of love lately. I can't wait to see that guy come off the board way earlier than anybody's expecting. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. He's going to have a good combine too.
Yeah, it's weird. Some of these quarterbacks who are, Malik Willis is throwing but doing nothing else. Carson Strong's throwing. I don't think Matt Corral's working out. It's kind of weird who partakes and who doesn't. Bailey Zapp.
He's another guy that's getting. He's a guy that you'll see in round 5, and then all of a sudden you see him in like round 2. Bailey Zappi, wild card. Guy threw definitely like 9,000 touchdowns last year.
Yeah. So, who are some guys we expect to blow up on this thing? To really just, when they're showing the highlights, when they're doing the simulcast of the guys around the 40s, who's gonna be the front? Who do we expect to blow this thing up?
Hogg just flopping around.
Christian Watson was definitely on my list. I think that guy is going to continue his rise.
I think Treylon Burks, Arkansas wide receiver, is going to rip shit up.
We should have mentioned before we talk two more. I mean, really the biggest part of the combine is the medical that we don't even hear about until maybe the week of the draft or a couple of days before, where these reports start coming out about who's got what kind of concerns and issues. And you see some of these players that start falling down the board and like, why the hell is this guy falling? He was a top 15 pick. Well, then you find out he's got like a hole in his heart or something like that.
And we're pulling for him.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, the big thing out of the combine is the medicals and the interviews. I mean, anything else is just kind of icing on the cake. I mean, the teams are going there, throwing the most random ass questions at him, seeing what type of guys these are, because that is the big thing. We just get a little pube of what's really going on there. Yeah. I would fail those interviews miserably.
Well, that's what they should show. They should show the guys going on the board and should show them fielding these questions, answering these questions. That would be entertaining as hell to see how that whole process goes down.
If you were a body part, what would you be?
The right nut.
Be the taint. Oh. Be the taint, weathered, and I reek. Drake London. I don't think Drake London's doing combine though.
No, he's interviewing, and that I think is not a very smart move. It shows a lack of competition.
But his stock is so high right now. I mean, why would you? What's there?
There's only one way to go, and that's down.
Oh, I bet he'll be a top 10 pick. Burks, I'm all on board with that. I got Tariq Woolen, the cornerback. I think his size. I think he's going to be a workout freak. We've seen a ton of Boye Mafes already, of course. I mean, he is going to light shit up. David Ojabo, Michigan, he is going to light shit up as well. SSM Creations would be a skin tag on the weenus.
No, I think either one.
Or a skin tag.
A skin tag is technically a body part. I think it's more like in the rash category.
I said it way worse. It was an actual skin tag on the weenus. He was one or the other. Tariq Woolen, yes. Cole Larson, him and I are on the same page.
Maybe it's just
ginormous.
Yeah, he is. Let's see. I do think Willis is going to. I think he's going to do well. Jermaine Johnson, I think he'll continue his rise. Ojabo, I expect to perform well. Travis Jones, this guy, I think is really going to go nuts after this thing. We've already mentioned our love for this guy, Jalen Petrie, the safety from Oregon. Another guy. Yeah, and I got one more. I think is definitely. And we already mentioned Watson from NDSU, but Daniel Falele from the Gophers. I think this guy, he's going to surprise with how well he moves and how athletic he is, and that's going to shock a lot of teams who maybe haven't watched him that closely.
Yeah, Falele is going to be a guy that just like probably scares the living shit out of half the people there. This is the year I wish. I mean, I'm glad we don't need a right tackle. Man, I would love him in round 2, but it's just not a need. I mean, I love ginormous offensive lineman, and finally we get one, and he's from the Gophers, and we just don't need one.
It's the way it goes.
Love him.
It's life, man. Dax Hill, hell yeah, SSM. And we literally just posted our defensive 10 players to watch video right before this thing started. And a lot of these guys you guys are mentioning did make that list. Devin Lloyd was one we brought up because if you're going 12 and it's not a need like corner or outside linebacker, you got to make damn sure the guy you're getting is a stud. And Devin Lloyd, this is a chance for him to solidify that stud status.
Cole Larson, we did Maryland safety. It's Cross. Nick Cross is the safety you're thinking of, and he is a heat-seeking missile.
HSM, they call it.
Hell yeah,
SSM.
Sky Moore.
HSM.
Esper, absolutely. Sky Moore. He's another guy. Underrated. PFF, these guys love him. They say when all is said and done, he's going to be a top 35 pick. Sky Moore, Western Michigan.
Is he like 5'3"?
No.
Oh.
No, he's not.
5'6"?
And I think I could be wrong here. So when I think of Sky Moore, I think of a burner, but I think he's quick, but not fast.
Quicker than fast. That was a Mike Mayock specialty.
Sky Moore. Well, let me get his size here. He's 5'11".
No, I thought he was shorter.
Western Michigan. They've produced wide receivers before.
Yeah. Corey Davis.
Wasn't Greg Jennings Western Michigan?
He might have been.
I could be wrong there. Esper 5'10". My bad.
Esper. I think Esper might be Sky Moore. Yeah, he's Auburn all over.
That's a really personal question.
It was.
The tree.
I think you got a Cheeto in your mouth there. Can't quit looking at that. Drake London or Traylon Burks?
Greg Jennings. I'm starting to think maybe he wasn't Western Michigan. It's starting to bug me now.
Wait, so Clothed Frotherbeard wants us to take 2 receivers with the first 2 picks?
Hey, it's the NFL draft. Anything can happen. I'm not gonna give him shit at all.
All right, so there's always guys who screw this thing up, who don't perform well. Maybe they run slower than everybody thinks they're going to do. So who are some guys you think maybe, I don't know, maybe you have no real reasoning for it. You just got gut feelings. Maybe something's going to go bad, going to go south, as they say.
And also, who's watching the combine? Do you guys watch the combine, or you just kind of get the nuggets? Because Lepicus and I we're probably going to have a lot of episodes on just winners, losers, Vikings targets, how they did. So
get ready for it.
And anybody here that saw the Chris Jones ding dong fallout live, I'd love to hear it, because I saw that thing live just sticking to the floor.
God, like a skin tag on SSM Creations weenus.
Couldn't believe what I was seeing, and either could Rich Eisen.
SSM Creations is too damn busy to watch the combine.
Helmstead, I got the worst internet in the world, and I have cable.
Well, isn't it just stream online on NFL Network?
Well, it's on NFL Network.
Yeah, but they stream it on their site too.
Sean Reynolds is watching every damn second of that. Look how happy he is.
Never seen anybody so happy in my life. Pickett will disappoint, says Old McDonald. Oh, SSM Creations, Old McDonald are getting to some scuttlebutt here.
I missed it.
The right word. Old McDonald says Pickett will disappoint. SSM Creation loves Pickett.
Burks, Seeker Hound thinks Burks is just going to completely step on his dick.
Helmstead, I think it is. I think you can just stream it right from their. I think they show parts of it anyway.
Yeah, I used to sit and watch that at work right on NFL.com. I don't know if it's still. Carson Strong, Leon Sandcastle. I got to be honest, I don't know anything about him.
That is Deion Sanders' alter ego. Come on.
I was starting to get excited that there was a good name in the draft. Was it Leon Sandcastle? That doesn't sound right.
Yes, it was Leon Sandcastle. Yeah, we last year we did a video of the best names in draft. We'll probably do that again. Why not? It's always fun. FO said, I don't know. What could be better than watching that? What's he got his electric bill up there? That's weird.
Dirk Diggler, I look like I'm really waiting for something there. All right. Well, I didn't necessarily go with specific names, but as far as guys that I think will really underwhelm, I'm sticking to the quarterbacks. I'm sorry, I'm just not. I think Desmond Ridder is gonna stick out, but otherwise, quarterback wise, I think they're gonna underwhelm. Who else I got? Stingley. The fact that Stingley's not working out, he's one of the guys that seems to be one of those guys on the fringe where he seems like probably should be working out, and for some reason he's just going to stick it to his pro day. So that is definitely not going to help his draft stock. And we already kind of alluded to this, but when it comes to defensive linemen, offensive linemen, everybody always overreacts to their 40 time. I mean, remember Orlando Brown? Wasn't his 40 time like 9 seconds?
I thought it was 9 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, and look at he's He's fantastic. So defensive line, I look forward to them just like, oh my God, he ran a 5.3, 5.4. Who gives a shit? So
well, I have also a feeling Stingley. I don't know if he's just not going to impress. I have a bad feeling about Stingley. I don't know why. I don't like the fact that Drake London's not doing anything. And for receiver, I think you got to come in and just show. I mean, look at Kelvin Johnson came in and did everything. And I don't know if you're going to be one of the greats. I think you have to come in and compete and do that. But when it comes to like who usually disappoints, it always seems to be someone in the secondary, whether it's a corner not running as fast. I mean, Cam Dancer ran like a 4.7. I think he was like a fringe first rounder at that point of the draft process. Ran very slow, fell to round 3. So I feel like they had the most to lose when they run because everybody expects them to be fast. And when you have a slow corner, 4.7 is still pretty fast, really, but it's slow for a corner. I think they have the most to lose, and they'll be the ones who disappoint. And one bar just slid out. I hope he's okay. So Sauce Gardner, Mike Sullivan, don't you dare say that. Oh, Jeff Olsen dropping his paycheck. And when it comes to corners, I actually think Carson Strong's going to impress. He's got a rocket arm. He can make all the throws. I'm concerned about his athletic ability, but I think Carson Strong's actually going to put on a show when it comes to throwing the football. And I like him a lot more than I thought I would. I actually ranked him ahead of Desmond Ridder.
Tex Ritter did her.
Is like the Lord, is Sam Howell doing, is he throwing? I mean,
I think so. Sam Howell had a good quote today too, and I saw it and I can't remember what it was.
I think it was, when did the show start? I missed it. Sorry, boys.
Griff Daddy was too busy shitting at Costco, but that's all right.
Maybe he was shitting at Sam's Club this week. Maybe he mixed it up.
Nah, never. Well, whatever happens at the combine, it's always going to be overreaction. Like we said earlier, it all comes, the majority of this comes down to the medicals and the interviews, which we do not get to see and we never really hear much about anyways. So we'll see, but I'm buying in. I love the hype. I love when people start randomly falling off of draft boards because they ran a 0.1 slower than everybody thought.
Yeah, it'll be fun. And it's, mock drafts are going to be all mixed up after this, which is great. And that's part of the beauty of this thing. It's always in motion. It's always fluid. We don't know, by the time these rankings can look different by the time April rolls around, the draft's here. So again, combine is just one part of the process. And after this, it's going to be pro days. And that's when everybody's going to throw and do their shit. So it only gets more exciting from here.
Spoiler alert. I got a couple of draft interviews coming up for the show here that I'm not going to say who, but I got them committed and they're pretty good. They're not bad. They could be eventual Vikings. So we will be hot and heavy with draft content coming up. We got to think of some good ways to get our viewers involved in this draft. I mean, last year everybody sent in their videos. We did an episode where they did their draft picks. That was fantastic. We're definitely do that again. But we got to think of some creative ways to get everybody involved.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to do the draft videos again. I still have nightmares over Old McDonald's. Not sure what was going on.
Nightmares. I have wet dreams thinking of Old McDonald or with his llama or whatever the hell it was.
That is his donkey named Elvis. How dare you disrespect Elvis? Yeah, it got posted a little bit late, Griff and Dirk. That's what happened.
Every Wednesday, we're all horned up. We will be here every damn Wednesday. So that's pretty much it. That's what we got, right? Combine coming up. We're going to have a ton to talk about next week.
Yeah, next week.
I'm working on it. Not yet confirmed. I'm working on it.
Next weekend, combine wrap up, and then it'll be, we're on the precipice of free agency. One of my favorite times of the year. Love free agency. Can't not wait.
Hold on. Let me just going to look at this earlier. Say something. Anything.
I don't.
There it is. Helmstead. He's back. He was a man of his word. He joined the Patreon. He is back.
He did it. All right. Hell yeah.
There's the link right there. Hit up the Patreon page. We're going to be doing our giveaway tomorrow, whether it be a hoodie, hat. Imagine wearing that on draft day, slinging trim left and right.
Just like Monami Die.
A lot of draft videos on the channel for the Patreon page. So hit that link up right there. $2 a month. That's it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Even, what's his name? The jabroni can afford that, I think.
Ethan Griffith. Thanks for welcoming him back. We can always count on you.
Was that a welcome, though? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm counting it as a welcome.
All right, that's it. We are all done. Yeah, watch the combine, find some new crushes, and let's talk about them next week. Until then, remember this: splinter-free toilet paper was invented in 1935.